October is over and Halloween has ended, but don't stress out, my friends. This brings some good news. The end of October, which was the 31st, if you have forgotten how many days are in October, was the final date to vote on our next fan Festa unit designed, character created units and bosses. So we do have the winners to go over here, guys. So a lot of these characters look pretty promising, look pretty cool, and we're gonna have the idea of what units we can look forward to in the future. There are quite a few of them, so let's go over them real quick together. The first one is actually going to be the tank. This is going to be King Behemy. This one won the tank category. King Behemy is inspired by King Behemoths across the series history, and this is going to be our tank that is going to be turned into a unit at one point. So looks like, you know, King Behemoth standing up on his forelegs, which is usually what they do when they cast Meteor, I do believe, in modern Final Fantasies. No such kit or anything, obviously, that hasn't been designed yet. This was just for the artistic design style, but the author here wanted to have him be like a physical damage dealer, physical tank, magical tank, supporting buffing character that also did damage. He's got, you can see the physical shield, the magic shield, the physical sword, and the buffing thing. So we'll have to see if he gets to do all of those things or not. But King Behemy looking like he's going to be pretty powerful. Hopefully the design makes it all the way through. He's got that scar across his chest there from tanking without a shield. You know, he just works out a little bit, it looks like, and he just blocks your sword slash. He just puffs up his chest, takes the hits right here over and over. So that scar's got to be pretty powerful, pretty potent to be able to block those attacks, I would have to say. Now the next one that we're going to be going over, moving from the tank, we're going to be going into the physical damage dealer. This is Noppy, the hero of legend. So if you're a Moogle fan, we're going to be having a physical damage dealing character in the form of a Moogle. And he's also got, as you can see, scars must be a theme. He's got a scar right across his face, trying to pull off the Squallian heart look a little bit there. No, I'm just kidding. He looks pretty awesome, looks pretty interesting. He does go up to a 7-star here, and he's going to be a physical damage dealer, and the author also wants him to be able to support a little bit as well. So it's gonna be pretty cool. As far as the character goes, clumsy swing, physical damage 15 times multiplier all enemies, and the author also wants him to be able to steal as well with his cooldown skill. So maybe this is gonna be your 7-star Zahn friends out there who wanted to have a 7-star version of Zahn who can waylay. Clumsy swing might be your guy there. So that's pretty cool. He also has diluted hero. It looks like copies of physical chaining ability from a unit in your party for 5 turns. That could be pretty powerful, especially if Noppy has triple cast. Oh wait, triple cast Fury Frenzy, triple cast any of Noppy's skill. I said Fury Frenzy, but it's Furry Frenzy. So keep that in mind. Then we'll have to see if those make it into the final rendition of the character. But if you're a fan of Moogles and you want a physical damage dealer, we are going to have a physical damage dealing Moogle. That stuff is locked in place here because that's how the design contest was created. There's different character for each of the different roles. So speaking of different roles, the next one that won the mages, if you're a fan of Moogles but don't want a physical damage dealer, you're going to be able to have a physical damage dealer with Noppy, or you're going to be able to have a magic damage dealer here with Ygni, the banished Moogle. So you're going to be able to have your choice of 2 Moogles. A lot of you guys out there are wanting some Moogles. So far we have a Behemoth and 2 Moogles so far. Obviously all of this stuff, there's a cool kit to go over here. As far as the designer, the author wanted to go ahead and detail out here. Now remember, this contest didn't really specify that they're going to use any of the stuff in the kit. You didn't even have to put a kit in. They just wanted art design for the characters that they're creating. And this one has a pretty cool art design, as you can see right there in the middle. He's got like an Ahriman or something that he's hanging out with. He's got, the Ahriman's got like 4 arms, if that is an Ahriman, some big teeth, and underneath that cloak, and he's got 2 daggers. So pretty cool. I do want to see these character sprites in action. That would be beyond amazing. So that's going to be Ygni, the banished Moogle, for you guys there. Now moving away from Moogles, now this one is a little bit different. So this is Indalecio. And I do have to say a little bit of stuff here about this. So if you guys didn't know, there were a few problems with the event as far as people using designs that weren't their own, or some other things going on. So Indalecio here did end up with the most votes at the end of the contest, but the creator did say that his friend or something like that may have botted a bunch of votes for the likes for Indalecio, because Indalecio wasn't doing very well, and then all of a sudden he jumped up by like 1,000 and something, 1,000 and something likes to the top of the line. So there's not a lot here to go here for either, as a hybrid attacker primarily focused on breaks and impels. Very similar to Beowulf, although he uses imperils instead of status ailments. So if Indalecio does end up getting disqualified, and the author himself didn't say that he bonded accounts, but did say that his friend definitely did. He showed text messages and stuff on social media. Wasn't what he wanted, but it is what happened. Probably should end up getting disqualified. No shade at the character creator here, the unit designer. But that's what happens, you know. If it happens, it happens, man. You know. So the one that's second place right now to Indalecio was, I do believe, Cressnik. Kaktiria was second place here. She's a girl who lived with cactars, and the role of debuffer here, so it should be Kaktiria. You guys can't see the name, I'm blocking it with my big face and broom. But Kaktiria should probably be the debuffer that we're going to get here. Should Indalecio get disqualified, which I do believe is going to happen there. But it looks pretty cool. Nothing to really go over as far as the character kit here. Debuffer, Cactar debuffer. Looks like maybe a fist weapon user. She does have bracers here, as you can see. These are kind of like her bracers. She's got them right there, and then they kind of come out with cactar needles. So, you know, I don't know what sort of debuffs, you know, poison, something like that, breaks and stuff of that nature. Hopefully her limit burst is just like 1,000 needles. That'd be really cool if they put that in there. I could get behind 1,000 needles Kaktiria for sure there. Now, this one here, Cressnik, the Arcane Healer, is the healer that won. Very cool design with the old Plague Doctor outfit. And as you can see, Cressnik has a bunch of cool stuff. And if this looks a little bit familiar to you, this is, I do believe, the same person who designed Cersei. So that's pretty cool. 2 in a row, it looks like, units to get into and finish first place in the unit design contest. And I did like this design. I voted for this one myself. Just look at this limit burst design right here. He's got this little you know, plague container sort of thing, and it's full of diseases or viruses or whatever, and he throws it down in the ground and gets it ready, and I don't even know what, he just throws it down in there and it explodes, and then there's a bunch of virus dudes there. So it's gonna be like a white mage who's too far in the arcane arts, and he can you know, siphon HP or whatever and damage enemies and heal them as well. So looks pretty cool. I do want to see what they do with this, because so far there hasn't really been a lot of like do damage to heal your entire party sort of thing. We've seen some characters, right, have like lance type abilities, even as far as going back to like A2 and a Lesperus now, who do damage and basically full heal themselves, because your characters, the HP pool your characters have compared to the amount of damage that you do with even like a tiny skill with a 1.0 multiplier, you just full heal yourself, right? You're going to hit for several hundreds of thousands of damage minimum, and even if you heal for 10% of that, you're still healing 20, 30,000, 40,000 HP, which is pretty much all the HP you're going to have in the game there. So if you can do even just a little bit amount of damage and healing, it's going to be full healing your party every single turn with his miasma contraptions there. So Cressnik looks pretty cool, the Arcane Healer. Can't wait to see what they do here. Very polished looking character here. I like how his victory animation, he coughs a little bit and he looks at his hand and he coughs and he's like, ah, I'm out of here. But Cressnik, yes, very cool looking character. Now Liliane here, I do believe was the buffing unit that won, and I like Liliane here pretty well. I did vote for this character as well, I do believe. Spring's Envoy, I don't know what it is. I think this reminded me of one of the Chrono Cross characters. If you guys played Chrono Cross, you know what I'm talking about. It's nothing near the same, but I think there was a Chrono Cross character that had like a big flower. It might even been a big flower for a headpiece or something, and she was like a fairy or something. I'm not sure. But Liliane Spring's Envoy specializes in defensive buffs, boosts the team's survivability against magic, ailments, elemental damage. She buffs through fragrances. As long as she alive for full essence, will replay the corresponding buffs every turn until they dissipate. So it sounds like she's going to have, the designer wants her to have buffs that just kind of like reapply. We've seen stuff like this happen already in the game, so that's not too far of a stretch for that to happen. And the sprite looks pretty awesome here and very sad. Let me see if I can get rid of myself real quick. When she gets KO'd, as you, oh, nope, that's the wrong one. When she gets KO'd, her little flower, all the petals fall down. So that's a little sad, I won't lie, having all the petals fall down on her flower when she does get KO'd. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. So I'm looking forward to this. And the last but not least one, the design contest also voted for a boss, and this is Kyros Underworld's Brawler. If you saw the previous video I did a while ago for all the bosses, a lot of them are really cool, and this one was by far the fan favorite. I think it got like 4,000 votes or something, and this is going to be a boss we're going to have to take down, and you know, Hasiko 2.0? Probably not, but this is going to be a cool boss. Hopefully it doesn't just siphon all of our MP and paralyze us and petrify us. Looks like he's just going to like one-man punch us to the moon. Very cool stuff that they could do with this boss. So to recap real quick, we had King Behemy. We had Noppy, Hero of Legend, for a physical damage dealer. We had Ygni, the Banished Moogle, for a magic damage dealer, so double Moogle, double trouble there. Indalecio, who's probably going to get disqualified for Kaktiria here. And then we have Cressnik, the Arcane Healer, and then Lilliane, Spring's Envoy. So we had Buffer, Healer, Debuffer, Magic Damage Dealer, Physical Damage Dealer, and Tank. So that's going to wrap it up here. 6 different units, all fan designed, all going to be global exclusive for you guys to get your hands on this year sometime, I would have to bet. They still have to make the units. The fan design contest just wrapped up, so they got to design the sprites and all that stuff. So I don't think we'll see them anytime soon, but in 2020, I did say this year, in 2020 is when I expect them to come out. There's going to be one for each role. Well, let me know down in the comment section below which one of these was your favorite. Which one do you think you're going to pull for? Are you going to pull for none of them at all? Which ones did you vote for? And if you happen to vote for any of these ones, I'll see you down in the comment section below. Like always, guys, if you want to see more stuff like this, other videos, FFBE, etc., make sure you hit the subscription button, turn your notifications on if you want to see those videos. Otherwise, I'm going to be Ygni, the Banished Moogle, and you're never going to see me again. I'm going to be under his cloak with those 2 decks. You're never going to see my face.